everyone, and thanks so much for joining us today. I am Lenore Seifer. I am the Director of Human Resources here at SR Snodgrass, and I am here with Heather Bernhard, one of our audit principals. Heather, thanks so much for joining me today. It's great to have you.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be doing this and to talk about Snodgrass.
One of our most favorite things to talk about.
Absolutely.
Exactly. We'll have to try to keep it within a respectable limit, no doubt. So that is what we're here to talk about today, culture at Snodgrass. And I think that a good way to really get started is to talk about our history at Snodgrass. Could you tell us how long you've been here?
Yes, absolutely. I've actually been with the firm for 20 plus years. I don't want to get into the exact amount to show my age, but I did graduate from Westminster College and I was hired here upon graduation, and I've actually been with the firm ever since. So needless to say, I thoroughly enjoy my employment here and love being here with everybody and its culture.
Absolutely. I haven't been here quite as long as you, but I am approaching 20 years now. And honestly, I can't believe it's been that long.
Right.
And when I think back to, honestly, I remember my first day here, and I remember a lot of key people and a lot of key moments. You're one of them too. And that's why I was excited to talk with you today about this and just the different opportunities and different career paths and things like that we've both experienced over that time. I mean, you're an audit principal now and have been for a while. Our history too, one of the most fun memories and most impactful memories I have is the fact that we really worked together to start recruiting as a firm.
Absolutely.
We developed a process with it, and we still are both actively involved in that. And I'd like to say we enjoy it. I don't want to speak on behalf of you by any means.
No, it's one of my favorite things at Snodgrass is the recruiting aspect of it. And the fact that we have the ability that not only do I do audits and I'm in charge of audits, that I get to do recruiting and social events and things such as that. It's not just strictly audit work, lots of hours. There's definitely some fun aspects that are enjoyable.
So Heather, how about if we talk a little bit about, work-life balance? Because we hear those words so frequently in publications, news, articles, everything else. And everybody always says they have a work-life balance. All companies kind of tout that. And I think it's really important to kind of find out, from my perspective, when I talk with candidates about what's important to them. Can you tell us a little bit about what work-life balance means at Snodgrass and specifically how it's impacted you here over your years at the firm?
Absolutely. I think that's a great question. From my perspective and way back when I did first start at Snodgrass, as a senior in college, I thought to myself, okay, 2 years of public accounting and I'm going to be done. I just want enough for my CPA, the experience required for my CPA license, and I'd be done because, you always think so many hours, so much work in public accounting.
Absolutely.
Well, here I am, 20 plus years later, I am still in public accounting at the same firm. And to be honest, looking back over the years, I have 2 teenage daughters. I've had the opportunity to actually coach one for 3 years running. So I was able to have that work-life balance where, if I needed to leave a little bit early one day to do the coaching, I guess it wasn't one day, it was many days, but, I could pick up on some of that work at night if need be. I don't miss anything of my children's, assemblies or different chorus concerts or whatever the case may be, games, sporting events. We definitely approach things at this firm from almost like we're a big family, and we appreciate everybody's family lives and different things that we're interested in. And even if you don't have a family and don't have children, if you're interested in other things, I have certain staff that actually do a lot of volunteer work. And then we allow them to, do that and leave early if need be, or be able to keep up with those aspects of their lives too. So they're priorities. Yeah.
Thanks for sharing that. And it's great to hear. And I can attest and say the same thing with I've never had to miss anything related to activities or events going on with my kids. And that's something that's been important to me. And you touched upon the flexibility too. And you're right, whether you have kids, family, whatever your situation looks like, there's flexibility involved there. And it also goes both ways. It doesn't mean, that we're just done at a certain time and everything, because we have all put in the hours as well, too. And when we talk about busy season and things like that, I know that the hours are a lot for the audit team, but I also know that it's not as much as it could be overall. I think you've mentioned kind of a little bit about the hours not being set required during busy season, things like that, too.
Right. That is definitely correct. We do not require a set amount of hours during our busy season on a week-to-week basis. It is, we look at people as you are a professional. You have a list of items that need to get done. And, obviously we have many deadlines. And we also have a reputation out there that we need to continue the level of client service, which we always strive for excellence in that aspect, that requires us to get that work done. But that being said, it doesn't have to be done in a number of hours. It just has to get done at the quality that we need it to be, and the time limit, the deadline limit that we need it to be. So there is flexibility in that aspect.
I'm happy to hear you mention the excellence overall, too, that we have a reputation out there and we are known for the product that we put out. And that is something that I have to also say, which I didn't think about ahead of time, of partly what keeps me here. That's really important to me, to be aligned with a company that has a strong reputation and is able to kind of put themselves out there of, we know what we're doing and we do it well.
Right. Yeah, no, absolutely. We're very focused in the financial institution industry. However, we've recently, over the last 5-7 years, gotten involved in not-for-profits, not-for-profit audits. The fact that we also have a lot of
expertise, probably.
Employee benefit plan.
There we go. Yes.
Expertise. We do a lot of 401k audits, pension audits, 403b audits. In addition, we have approximately 20 to 30 SEC registrants, so that they are registered with the Securities and Exchange Commission. So we do a lot of SEC work, which also entails some legal aspects and different things in regards to those audit aspects.
So Heather, one of the things that you had mentioned earlier was about philanthropy.
Yes.
Can you tell me a little bit about how you've been involved with our philanthropy committee or activities, and kind of what our firm's philosophy is with that?
Absolutely. I could tell you the philanthropy committee and all the involvement that we have in the community is one of my favorite parts of the firm. A couple years back, I've done things such as wrapping gifts for donations at a local store, that we've given those donations to a charity. We also do softball tournaments in our local community here at Snodgrass. That gets huge firm involvement, where you have all kinds of aspects of our different tax group, audit group, outsourcing, consulting, etc. And we all come together from staff to partner level, and we compete in a softball tournament. So you get a little bit of the fun aspect of the firm, plus contributing to our local communities. In addition, a lot of our clients are involved in charity work and things such as that. And we are very involved with helping and assisting them in their local charities as well. When we're on site and they ask us to participate and be, a part of something with that, we are always there and willing to help and participate. So
it's great to be part of a firm that recognizes the importance of that and gives people the options to kind of participate as they feel appropriate, as that's what's best suited for them too. It matches with some of their interests. And it's been fun to see a lot of different involvement and growth in those areas too, and what we've offered for our communities.
Absolutely.
And our clients.
Right. So yeah, I agree. I think it's a wonderful aspect of Snodgrass. So moving on, I think we should talk about personal development. I know, there's many of times when I'm recruiting and I'm in interviews, many of the recruits always ask, what do we do here at Snodgrass to help assist with personal development and growth? And I know, Lenore, you do a lot of that, and you're involved in every aspect of that. So do you want to speak of that?
Of course, I'd love to. So, and when we talk about that kind of growth, personal growth is professional growth and professional growth is personal growth. And they're really interchangeable, because what we're really trying to do is help ensure a couple different things. First of all, we're giving everybody their individual kind of learning opportunities. So no matter what position someone starts at, there's different rooms for growth throughout. And we're also giving people the opportunity to grow within the firm and to continue different types of, certifications. Those are some of the clear ways that there's opportunities with that. But there's also other opportunities too. And we help people I don't like the term soft skills personally. I've heard the term essential skills be used, and I think that's much more appropriate because it's so true. There's skills that you need, whether you're here at the firm, whether you're elsewhere, whether you're involved in your community. So you get to have some opportunities with even, public speaking.
Absolutely.
Presenting local, our continuing professional education credits, within our firm. And there's opportunities to really become an expert at that, so that at some point you can start being the one that's leading some of those. And that helps then prepare our employees for their career path, because one of the next things is going to audit committee meetings and being able to talk to and present to whether they're a bank or a nonprofit board. So that's just like one of the ways that, and one of the skills that people can help develop while they're here. We have a lot of different committees within our work groups that can help them become better with some technical skills. We also, even recruiting, which we've talked about briefly, if our employees are interested in recruiting, well, then they're going to learn some skills with that too, whether it's with interviewing or other aspects, or new hire orientation. And even when we promote from within, we have training programs for that those coming into that position are learning skills, technical and those essential skills. But then also those who are teaching those, you're getting kind of both sides there of that type of development.
Right.
So it's kind of a continual staircase with that. Of as soon as we start to get to that next level, we're working on those next skills. And it's not even a necessarily, here's your skill you're going to learn this week, but it's through the working environment that you start to learn those. Even the fact that our interns and our new associates get to work with clients and start interacting with clients pretty much not from day one. I will say that's not day one, but it's at such an early stage that we start working with them of how we interact with them, how we communicate with them, whether it's phone, email, or in person, that we're really starting to develop those kind of skills that are going to last with them throughout their lifetime too.
Absolutely. And I know from just guiding the interns, I have a lot to do with the new intern program. We really put them out there, just like if you were a new staff coming in as an employee, a new employee of the firm. So they are treated in a similar manner as an actual new staff as regards to, speaking to clients, email, phone, just kind of like what you just said. But yes, they definitely get to have that growth right off the bat.
Correct.
Personal growth.
Our interns are not ones who are going to be at the scanner scanning documents.
Correct.
And doing
not that doesn't happen ever.
Well,
but
we still scan too. So,
yes, exactly.
That's nothing that we wouldn't do on our own.
100%.
Correct.
Yeah.
And that's something too that we have really started to grow a lot in terms of our internship program. And we've had summer interns and have had those for a number of years, but we also offer the fall internships, we offer busy internships. And again, there's flexibility with that because most of our students that we're hiring for those are still in classes. They're not dedicated just to working. And I think that it's worked well with that overall, which kind of makes me think of another thing that I like about Snodgrass. I think we could go on for quite a while with that. But the fact that we continually are trying to improve the way we do things. So think about, our internship program and what we've done with that over the years. And I know you and I, as well as others who are not in this room with us today, have contributed to that. And it's just another thing that I feel that I would be remiss to, not mention if the fact that our interns are constantly in all of our programs and processes, we're trying to elevate. We're always trying to do it better and learn. This worked. How can we do it better next time? And taking the feedback from our interns too, to kind of continue developing that process. It makes me really proud. And it's saying the product that we offer them, so to speak, it's an experience, I guess. Right. It's better than a product. Right. There's no actual product involved, but that experience we're giving them is so valuable to them, and they recognize it too and have appreciated it because they want more of it. So.
Right. You were talking earlier when we were talking about personal development about certifications. Do you want to speak about some of the benefits that we have for those certifications, such as, days that we allocate to allow for studying for certifications and things such as that?
Sure. And certifications are important to us because when it comes down to it, we are a public accounting firm.
Right.
So one of those certifications is the CPA. I'd also like to just mention that there are other people here. I can't even think of how many certifications we have overall within our firm.
A lot.
And I'm so excited about that part of it too, because I just think it's great that we have encouraged that and have recognized it. I know that with our IT audit group, they have their own certifications and a bunch of different ones within there. And same with our risk advisory group too. There are so many different certifications that are out there, and our employees have a good number of them too. Specifically with the CPA, yes, absolutely. We have discounted materials available from a few different companies. We offer our new hires or anybody who's studying for the CPA those 8 days that they can use to either study or take the exam. And then we also give a bonus too. And that amount varies depending on how long they've been with the firm, but it doesn't expire either. So we're not the firm that has you only get a bonus if you pass it within
a certain amount of time.
6 weeks. Not that I've seen anything like that. But we really, and the reason behind that is because we're really celebrating the fact that their accomplishment. We are proud of them, whether it took them 6 months, 12 months, 2 years, whatever it may be, because each person's story and situation is different. So we're really celebrating that growth and that development overall, as opposed to just the time frame with that. And it kind of ties in too with the fact, again, CPA firm. So succession planning, we're always looking to develop those next leaders. And that's so critical for us to make sure that we have that next pipeline of people who are willing to fill in the blank, become the associates because they were the interns, become the senior associates, all the way up to our top leaders too. So we're constantly trying to ensure that for the longevity of our firm, as well as for each of the individual employees, that there is that growth there and that we have that backing behind it too.
Wonderful.
So Heather, let's talk about the future of our firm and where you see us going. You're one of the principals here. You're in our leadership team overall with that. Kind of curious to get your thoughts on where you see us going as a firm.
Oh, that's such a great question. I'm actually so excited to answer because I see so much in our future. We recently acquired another firm. I just foresee a lot of growth over the future years. That other firm had a concentration in not-for-profits, which will help facilitate the growth, as an overall firm now in our not-for-profit group. They also had some financial institutions, which meshes well with our financial institution concentration here. But yeah, we continue to grow. I mean, in my 20 plus years that I've been here, the growth has been just so substantial. And, it's interesting. It really connects as well with the fact that we were talking about personal growth earlier. And we were talking about, growing up through the firm, the ranks, associate to senior, to manager, to partner. In addition to speak of the growth, we have a lot of clients that we've had for a very long time, and I think that helps assist with the growth. They're great referrals to other financial institutions. We continue to want to grow, and we have all intentions of, being an independent public accounting firm, staying independent, and continuing that path of excellence that we have with our clients and client service.
That's great to hear. And it's something too that I think, again, I feel like I always knew what kept me at Snodgrass. So I've always had my own reasons. But then after talking with you today, I feel like, no, there's another one, that we have such great relations with our clients, completely independent and all of that, but we are experts in our industry. We as a firm know what we're doing out there and give that great product overall. I guess that kind of comes back to that excellence again that we had talked about earlier. So Heather, let's just briefly talk about what would you recommend to someone who's either just getting started in their accounting career and looking for, a job that's out there in public accounting, or even someone who's looking to say, I don't know if I still want to be in public accounting because of what I've experienced with the work hours or the work-life balance, things like that. What would you recommend to them?
Yeah, also a great question, Lenore. I think probably the most important thing really does come down to culture. And I know we've talked a lot during this conversation, but culture is extremely important. Here at Snodgrass, and from my personal experience, we talked earlier about the culture of caring. I really think you need to look for a firm that has that culture of caring, that respects who you are and who you want to be and the growth that you want to obtain.
Heather, I think you made some really great points with that. We're really recommending that people look overall at the culture, at their growth opportunities within whatever company or firm they're looking at, and really looking to make sure that what they want is going to align with what the company is offering. And I think it's a great way to also, let people know that look at us, follow us on LinkedIn, go to our website and see what we have out there in terms of who we are as a company. LinkedIn, I have to say, it's been great because you get a little bit of a glimpse of what we offer too. We offer some of the more professional side of things, but we've also showcased and shared different things about our employees and different events that we've done. I think it's a great way for people to learn about us. And we also have our job postings out there too. Starting as an intern, I think that's probably one of the best ways for people to find out if that company that they might be interested in is really going to be a good fit for them. That internship is a great opportunity for growth, learning, development, and kind of them auditing the company that they may be working for and seeing if that's what they want in the long run. So I'd recommend that people kind of check those resources to see what we offer and what's available out there. Heather, thanks so much for joining me here today. I so enjoyed our conversation.
I did as well.
So next week, I guess I'll see you when our interns start. We have a group of them starting next week. Are you ready?
Absolutely. Yes. I can't wait. I'm excited to see the new interns come in the door.
Same. I'll see you then. Thanks, Heather.
Bye-bye.